Hey guys, good afternoon. Andito naman tayo. Today, uh, we'll discuss yung comparative analysis using t-test utilizing SPSS. So far, and so good. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is how uh, the gender perspective differs significantly from its weight. So, to include yung health restrictions nila. Let's say, for example, kung ikaw ay walang health restrictions, anong pagkakaiba doon sa may taong may meron health restrictions based on its weight? Is there any significant difference between their weight in terms of health restriction or in terms of gender affiliations? So basically, we want to know if the male and female differ significantly from its weight. And likewise, we would also like to know that health restriction is it differ significantly in terms of its weight. So by utilizing yung SPSS, we have to proceed to analyze. And then i-click natin yung compare means. Since we are comparing two independent samples, we are using independent sample t-test. Yeah, that's good. So, i-click natin ito, independent sample t-test. As you can see, we have an input variable, the leftmost of the independent sample t-test menu bar of this SPSS. Then, we have to use yung our dependent variables weight as our response value to our grouping variables. Yan. Ito yung iti-test natin. And this is our dependent variables. Then we want to group yung gender affiliations. Then we define the groups. Since our female coded as 0 and male coded as 0. As you can see in our defined, let's say back muna tayo doon sa ating variable 2. We coded the gender affiliation. Female, we assign the value of 0, and male, we also assign the value of 1. Likewise, we also assign the value of 0 for without health restriction, and we also assign value of 1 as a value of with health restriction, persons with health restriction, and for 0, person without health restrictions. So, yan yung na-assign natin value to our nominal variables in this data. Alright, let us proceed to what we are going to do, which is to analyze the t-test of these two independent samples, which is the gender affiliation and health restrictions. So, as you can see at the leftmost, we had already said that gender is our input variables for our grouping variables, and then our weight is our response value for the two independent samples of male and female. So we assign 0 as our female and 1 as our male. So in other words, when we use 0 as our male groups, I mean female groups, and 1 for male group options. We are just interesting as to the 95 confidence interval, meaning our level of significance at the level of 0.05. Okay, shown is our independent sample t-test of this SPSS output. As you can see from our group statistics, for the female, we have 61 sample size, and then for the male, we have 166 sample size. And then the mean is 71.41, and the mean for the female is 60.95. This implies that male is less than female. Female is less than the mean of the female is less than the mean of the male in terms of its weight. So this is the standard deviation of the female group, and it's a standard error. The male also, we have the standard deviation of 9.973. Of course, it's a standard error of the male. So as you can see from the independent sample t-test, using Levin's test for equality of variance, so our F test is 8.093, means to say there is an heterogeneity variance exists in our data distribution. In other words, we will not use an equal variance assumptions, but instead we will use an equal variance not assumes. So meaning we have to use a t-test with an equal variance. Kasi as you can see from our sample size, uh, the size of the female is less than the size. Mas marami yung male na sample size. So we use the equal variance not assume or unequal variance. So based on our T statistics for equal variance not assumed. So significant sila. In other words, our p value is less than 0.005, which is very, very, very significant at the level of our 0.05. This implies that the male differ from female significantly in term of its weight. So mas mabigat yung mga lalaki kaysa babae. I don't think so. For our confidence interval, we have 95% confident that our true value of our mean difference is not actually on this interval from negative 12.836 and negative. As you can see, yung zero natin ay wala sa gitna ng ating interval based on the equal balance nataships. Alright, so definitely we have a sufficient evidence base from our sample that the male and female are differ significantly in terms of its weight. Thank you. Don't forget to like and shares at huwag nyo na rin kalimutan i-subscribe ako. Ipindot yung notification bells. Bye!